Hi, this is Rick Terry, your Maine real estate guide, and it's late May and there's a lot of things in bloom, and I'm about to check on the health and status of my beehives. I use War A hive management, which is different than a lot of hives. It's more of a hands-off type of management. And a few weeks ago, as we were coming out of winter, I weighed my hives using this handy tool. It's called a Fisher's Nectar Detector, portable beekeeper's hive scale. And I'm going to put the link to where I purchased this item. I bought it from the War A store, and it's a very handy little device. It allows me to weigh my hives and determine if they're bringing in resources or if they're using resources, because I can gauge if I measure it over time. I can see if the weight of the hive is going up or down, and I can do that with just moving it about 1/4 of an inch, because this measures torque and converts it to pounds. And then doing a little bit of math, I can figure out how much honey may be inside the hive, and that helps me determine the health. So I'm going to go back here and weigh these hives and kind of show you how this all works. So it's a pretty simple device, really. It's just this little attachment that attaches to the head of a ratchet, and a little piece of metal that the end hooks into. And you insert this metal in underneath the hive, right in the center, and then apply some force until the hive moves. You don't need to move it much, just enough, and then it'll record the weight. Last year I weighed empty boxes, and I know that an empty box that I made, because I made them out of hemlock and they're fairly heavy, weighs about 7 pounds. That's box and frame. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 boxes here. So just the boxes alone should weigh about 28 pounds. Anything above that is bees and honey. Usually what I do is I remove the roof, and then weigh the hive. So according to this, the hive weighs 80 pounds. So right at the moment, the bees are going down in resources, because I weighed this at the end of April, and it weighed 94 pounds at the end of April. So they've consumed about 14 pounds of honey from mid-April to now. So knowing that, I'm hoping that now that everything's in bloom, we have wild cherry, we got dandelion, my apple trees are starting to blossom, that the resources will hopefully be going up. So I'll weigh this one. So according to this one weighs 88 pounds. And back in the end of April, this one weighed 100. So this is also consuming resources. It's utilized about 12 pounds of honey over the last month. So this is telling me this one weighs 65 pounds, and back in April it weighed 80. So these bees have consumed 15 pounds of honey. So what I hope to see, if these hives are healthy, is over the next 2 to 3 weeks that the weight of these hives goes up 5 or 6 pounds a week as they're bringing in nectar and raising more bees. But we're in a warmer period of time now. The end of April we were still getting snow, so they were utilizing a lot more honey just to keep the hive warm as they were raising brood. So I'm going to probably weigh these bees again in about 10 days and see hopefully we see the weight going up. So again, this is the Fisher's portable beekeeper's hive scale. It's a neat little device that makes it easy to weigh a hive and keep track of your hive's health. So check out the link, and if you are interested in beekeeping, the War A store, actually where I purchased this, they have great tutorials and a lot of information on keeping honeybees. So until next time, this is Rick Terrio, your Maine real estate guide, right here at my little homestead here in the Katahdin region of Maine. Talk to you soon.